Welcome students in my new tutorial based upon MS Word, and today I'll be talking about page margins, how to set the page margins. So first of all, what are the page margins? So page margins is the white space all around the printed area of the paper. If I have printed some papers, for that example I'll type something here. Suppose I love my parents. So I'll just make a duplicate of this text. Now suppose I have just pasted. Now as you will see here, the white space all over around. So these are called the margins. So how to set the margins? So first of all, I have to go to layout. These are the tabs on the top. Suppose this is home tab, insert, design, and here you can find layout. Under layout, the first option what you will find here is the margins. From here you have to set the margins. Now if you will see, from here we can set the margins. This is the white space you could see here. Just see, the text is starting from here and here is the white space, that means the left margin, and here is the top margin, the space on the top. So what I'll do here, from the margins I'll just click it. Now this one, the first option is normal. So if I'll select normal, this is the default settings it will show. Now here I'll click on narrow. Now just carefully watch this one, the space here. If I'll click on the narrow, just see the space is changed. Okay. Now it can take the more space. Something like this. You could see here the space is gone till this side. Okay. I'll just copy this text. So you can have the idea now. Now the text is coming more towards left and right. The margins are narrow. And again if I'll change the space from here, normal, now you see it's changed. Position is changed. So there are many settings here. Normal, narrow, moderate. So according to your need, you can set the space. Okay. Manually also you can do it. On the top, if you see this ruler bar, you could see this ruler bar. And if you are not able to see it, you can click on view, and here the ruler is there. You could see here ruler. If I'll click once, it is there. Again if I'll click, you can see it. Okay, toggle, it is a kind of a toggle button here, and one ruler you can see this side also, you could see here. Here also you can set the margins by default, means manually you can put it up and down, and from here also. So I hope the concept is clear how to set the margins manually. Also I have told you how to set manually the margins, and by default the default settings which are been given here, you can click from here also, which will help you to set the margins. So okay, after covering the margins, the second thing what I want to teach you is orientation. So firstly, practically I'll show you what is orientation. If I'll click on orientation from here, you will see two options, portrait and landscape. So by default it is portrait. So in portrait what happens, the width is less of the page. Here the width is less, the width, this is the width. Okay, and I'll show you what is width. Now this is the width, this is the width, and this is the length of the page. So when the orientation is portrait, that means width is less and the length is more. And if I change to landscape, now I'll change it to landscape. Now what will be the change? You could see here, now the width is more and the length is less. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Suppose the second page, I'll just delete rest of the text, and I'll just make it bigger. These I have already taught you. Okay, so you could see sometimes we may need to print this kind of uh, matter. And you might have seen sometimes in the schools or in posters, uh, some text sometimes we have to print. So we use to do that kind of printing in landscape. So I hope this concept is also clear to you, how to use portrait and landscape. Now the next thing what I want to teach you about the size. How to set the size of a page. So firstly I'll make this orientation again to portrait. Now I'll set the size of the page. You know that the pages what we use for taking the printouts are of different size. It can be the different width and different length. So you have to click upon this size option from here. Now from this size option, you could see here A4 is the default and the size is 21 centimeter multiplied by 29.7 centimeter. So generally it is the pages what we use for general printing, or you could say the photo state kind of a pages what we used to do photo state generally. So that are A4 size papers. Okay, so different sizes of papers are there, like legal is there 21.59 centimeter and 35.56 centimeter. It will have little bit more width but length will be more. If I click here, you could see here the difference. Again I'll make it to A4, you will see the difference. Okay, so from here we could control the size of the page, size and the width of the page, and according to the need we can set the size. I hope this is also very much clear to you. And the last topic what I want to teach you in my this tutorial is about columns, to how to set the columns. So in page layout only, that means in the layout option, margins we have done, orientation, size. Now the columns, now add or remove column, that means it split your text into two or more columns. Now here by default my whole text is been divided into a single column, that means a single column is there, it's been divided or spread out all over the page. Now if I want to divide it into two columns, so what I have to do here, I have to click it here. By default it is showing 1. If I click it on 2, now just see the change how it's looking, it's been divided into two columns. Okay, then some other options are there, 3 you could see here. So we can do the changes from here, the left, okay, and the same way right. More columns are there, if you click on more you could see here, you from the columns dialog box there are different options. From here also you can do the changes. If you want to make the line in between, then that also you could see here the line here. Now from the columns, as I've told you, when you click on more columns, 1 2 3 left right, these options were present outside also, and number of columns manually also you can set from here, like 2 3 4, from here you can set. And from here you can set the width or decrease the width, spacing, how much space you want in between, and it will preview, it will give you the preview how it looks like, and apply to whole document. This point forward means from the point where your cursor is, from there you want to make the column, it depends upon your choices. So I'll click on OK. So I hope this concept is very much clear to you, and in my today's tutorial I just talked about margins, orientation, size and column. So just go through this tutorial properly, and if any queries are there you can just forward your queries at the bottom. And if you like my explanation, please do like, share and comment, and subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it earlier. Okay, bye bye, take care, meet you soon with the new tutorial.